Greetings, history enthusiasts. Today, we'll be journeying back to the late 17th century to explore the glorious Revolution. We're setting the stage in a time when James II ruled, but his reign was far from peaceful. His controversial policies and religious beliefs stirred discontent among his subjects, setting the stage for a revolution. This period of turmoil, change, and ultimately revolution is what we're about to dive into. So buckle up as we delve deeper into this remarkable period of history. Let's start with the man at the heart of the revolution, King James II. A monarch whose reign was marked by religious tension and political instability, King James's rule was anything but smooth sailing. Born in 1633, James was the second surviving son of King Charles I and was destined for the throne from a young age. James ascended to the throne in 1685, a time when England was predominantly Protestant. However, James himself was a devout Catholic, which set the stage for a reign filled with religious tension. He believed in absolute monarchy and sought to bring the English Church back under the control of the Pope, a move that did not sit well with his subjects. His religious policies were seen as a threat to the Protestant establishment, and they stirred up a great deal of controversy. These policies, including the Declaration of Indulgence, which granted religious freedom to Catholics, were met with widespread resistance. The Protestant majority saw this as an attempt to increase Catholic influence, leading to fears of a return to Catholic rule. This tension was further exacerbated by the birth of James's son in 1688. The prospect of a Catholic dynasty sparked fear and anger among the Protestant majority, leading to increased political instability. James's actions were not just controversial, they were also seen as a direct challenge to the power of Parliament. His disregard for the rule of law and his attempts to rule without Parliament led to a breakdown in the relationship between the monarchy and the governing body. This tension, combined with the religious unrest, created a volatile political climate. As we turn the pages of history, we see that King James II's reign was marked by conflict and controversy. His religious policies, his disregard for parliamentary authority, and his attempts to increase Catholic influence all contributed to his unpopularity. It was clear that change was brewing, and what came next would alter the course of history. Enter William of Orange, a Protestant leader who would play a crucial role in the Revolution. William III, as history knows him, was not just a leader, but also the stadtholder of Holland, Zeeland, Utrecht, Gelderland, and Overijssel in the Dutch Republic. But why, you might ask, would such a man be interested in the affairs of a kingdom across the sea? The answer is twofold. Firstly, William was married to Mary, who happened to be the daughter of the unpopular King James II of England. This connection made William a potential successor to the English throne. Secondly, and perhaps more importantly, William was a firm Protestant, and he was deeply concerned about the rise of Catholicism in England under King James. Now let's turn our attention to the English nobles. Discontent with the Catholic King James was growing. They yearned for a Protestant monarch, and in William, they saw their wish come true. So they extended an invitation to William of Orange, essentially inviting him to invade England. Yes, you heard that right. They invited him to invade their own kingdom. A bold move indeed. William, on his part, was strategic. He didn't rush into action. Instead, he sought international support, primarily from Protestant nations. He wanted to ensure he wouldn't be standing alone in this daring venture. And he was successful. He gained significant backing, particularly from his own Dutch Republic. William's preparations were meticulous. He assembled a formidable fleet, larger even than the famous Spanish Armada. His intention? To sail to England and claim the throne. But he didn't plan to do it through bloodshed. His strategy was to provoke a popular uprising against King James, which would then pave the way for his ascension. With the stage set, the revolution was ready to begin. The English nobles had their Protestant champion, and William of Orange was prepared to cross the sea. The next chapter of this tale? Well, that's a story of a revolution like no other. Despite the tension and conflict, the glorious revolution was surprisingly bloodless. Now, how did this revolution manage to avoid the bloody battles and violent uprisings so commonly associated with such upheavals? Well, it was a combination of strategic planning, a lack of resistance, and the swift actions of a determined Dutchman. The English nobility, disillusioned with King James II, had invited William of Orange, a Protestant and James's son-in-law, to invade England. William, sensing opportunity, prepared his forces and crossed the English Channel in November of 1688. But instead of a hostile resistance, he was met with little opposition. The English military, largely disenchanted with the Catholic King James, declined to fight against William's forces. In fact, many deserted their posts to join William's side. Meanwhile, in London, King James II was facing his own crisis. His daughter Anne and her husband, Prince George of Denmark, had abandoned him, leaving James isolated and without support. Sensing the inevitable and fearing for his life, James attempted to flee to France. His first attempt was unsuccessful, and he was captured and brought back to London. However, fearing a trial and execution, William allowed James to escape, and on the 23rd of December, he successfully fled to France. With James gone, the throne was vacant. In February of 1689, Parliament declared that James had abdicated the throne by deserting it. They then offered the crown to William and his wife Mary, who was James's Protestant daughter. They accepted, and on the 13th of February they were declared joint monarchs of England, marking the first and only time in English history that the country has had joint sovereigns. This peaceful transition of power, with minimal bloodshed, is why this event is known as the Glorious or Bloodless Revolution. It set a precedent for peaceful transitions of power and established constitutional monarchy in England. And just like that, England had a new king and queen. The Glorious Revolution was more than just a change of rulers. Its impact was far-reaching. It was a beacon of transformation, a spark that ignited the fuse of progress, forever altering the course of Britain and, by extension, the world. The revolution's most significant outcome was the establishment of a constitutional monarchy in England. It was a groundbreaking shift in the balance of power, a transition from the absolute rule of monarchs to a system where the king or queen was subject to the law, just like their subjects. This new form of governance would become a model emulated by many nations across the globe. The revolution also paved the way for the Bill of Rights, a historic piece of legislation that set out specific constitutional and civil rights for individuals. This was a monumental step towards the protection of personal liberties, marking the beginning of a journey towards democracy. The Bill of Rights laid the groundwork for the fundamental freedoms we hold dear today, such as the right to free speech and the freedom of assembly. Furthermore, the Glorious Revolution ushered in an era of religious tolerance. It put an end to the dominance of the Anglican Church and allowed for the free practice of other religions. This was a significant stride towards pluralism and religious freedom, a concept that was then quite revolutionary, but now forms the bedrock of modern, diverse societies. In essence, the Glorious Revolution was a catalyst for change, triggering a chain of events that reshaped the political and social landscape. It was a revolution of ideas, of values, of principles. It was a revolution that dared to challenge the status quo and envision a world where power was not concentrated in the hands of a few, but shared among the many. The Glorious Revolution indeed lived up to its name, leaving an indelible mark on history. It is a testament to the enduring power of the people, a reminder that even in the face of adversity, it is possible to effect change and create a better, more equitable world. And that, my friends, is the story of the Glorious Revolution. A tale of power, intrigue, and a unique turn of events that shaped the very fabric of modern democracy. We've journeyed through the dawn of this revolution, examining the reign of an unpopular king that sparked a need for change. We've delved into the invitation extended to William of Orange, a pivotal moment that sowed the seeds for a bloodless revolution. A revolution that, despite its peaceful nature, left an indelible mark on the world. And finally, we've looked at the lasting impact of these events, an impact that continues to resonate in our present day. It's fascinating, isn't it? how the echoes of our past can be heard in our present, shaping our future. The Glorious Revolution is not just a chapter in a history book, but a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity and our relentless pursuit of freedom and democracy. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope that it has sparked your curiosity and that you'll continue to explore the incredible tapestry of our history. If you enjoyed this journey through history, please like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating stories from our past. Until next time, keep exploring history.